Come here, little one. Just let your big sister take care of you now. I know you had a pretty difficult day, but that's why I'm here to remind you of just how important you really are. You can even use my lap as a pillow if you'd like. I can tell you're pretty tired. I can only imagine the sort of things you went through out there. Humans don't really understand Oni very well, even if we do our best to be good. This can lead to them being harsh and cold towards us, even driving us out of their realm. But you're okay. I know just how hard you're working, just how much you want to succeed. Oh, sweetheart, you don't have to feel bad. I'm always willing to make time for you. What else are big sisters for? Now come on, just lie down and let me help you feel better. Where do I even begin? As someone who's been watching over you as long as I have, I've been one of the first to see how much you've improved. I can tell you spend a lot of time trying to improve yourself, doing everything you can to make things better both for you and the people around you. Of course, I also know that you're usually doing things for my sake as well. Don't think that goes unnoticed. There, see? I can tell you're feeling a little bit better already. Big sisters are pretty magical, aren't they? Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that, because now it looks like you're getting embarrassed. But then again, that's also a cute side to you. You're not used to being complimented so directly, right? So every time I start telling you how much I appreciate you, you get all embarrassed. That usual bravado you put on melts away with every bit of praise I give you. See? Even now you're just blushing and trying to hide in my lap. But that's alright. I know you're still listening to me, so that doesn't bother me too much. Do you remember when you asked me for advice about suddenly changing what role you wanted to have on the island? You were so worried because you thought you would disappoint everyone after training for so long just to start over. It's okay to change your mind. On anything. Being able to express your new desires is a really good strength to have. Some people think toughing it out because they already committed is the right way to go, but that's just the sunk cost fallacy talking. Any decision you make for the betterment of yourself is the right decision. And the other thing you should keep in mind is that you are worthy of being loved and supported. Not even just by me. All the people in your life who love you or will soon grow to love you are people that find you worth that affection. It can be hard to accept that sort of love at times, but you're worth it. The more you open yourself up to the idea of being loved, the easier it will be. Your schedule has been pretty packed lately, hasn't it? I think it might help if you allow more room for spontaneous things to happen. Instead of trying to fill your day with planned activities, maybe you could leave some space open for more random things that suit your mood. Even though I forget to do this sometimes too. I'm trying to be better about it though, because I want to be able to enjoy more of what life can bring when I'm not stuck within the confines of my schedule. Let's work on it together, yeah? Try to leave time free for you to adjust to what the day needs. If the day is difficult, use that time for healing. If you're sad, allow that space to be for feeling that sadness in its entirety, so that it becomes easier to pick yourself up and move forward. Use it to do something that soothes you, or something that brings you joy, or to eat food that soothes your body and your soul. You're worthy of taking that time for yourself whenever you need it. There's no shame in satisfying your other needs. I like that you aren't afraid to tell the truth either. You're very good at being direct and sincere about what you feel, you know. It's a skill that not many people have. It's important to be true to who you are and what your needs are, because it allows for the people around you to better understand you and welcome you into their lives, faults and all. Don't feel the need to compress yourself to fit into the box you think you should be fitting into. The best boxes are those that are made to fit you perfectly instead. It's important to recognize that life isn't a race, you know. It makes sense to want to immediately pursue the next goal, but there should always be time for you to rest and reflect on how much you've already accomplished. Even now, while it feels terrible to experience failure and rejection, you can learn from this experience and remember it for when you're ready to try again. And if you're never ready, that's okay too. Don't look at me like that. It's really okay. Sometimes we need to let go of the things that don't bring us any joy so we can make more room in our hearts for the things that will. It's just one more way of sticking to your personal truth. And you can do that, can't you? That's what I thought. Sometimes the work we need to do is resting. I know that doesn't exactly make a lot of sense to people like us who find a lot of joy in working, but putting in the time and energy it takes to enjoy your rest is its own type of work. If it feels difficult to slow down and take breaks, just think of it as a necessary part of your work process. You can't get much done if you burn out and run on fumes. You need to allow yourself the time you need to dedicate to relaxing. That can be part of why you let go of the things that aren't worth pursuing. It can lead to more resting time. Even just taking the time to be here, listening to me ramble on about all the things you should be noticing about yourself and taking advantage of, is a good way to learn and grow while still relaxing. I know this might sound bossy, coming from your big sister, but trust me, I know you. I know what will help most, and I really think this will be enough to help you. And there's one other thing too. I think if you can learn to talk to yourself like how I'm talking to you now, you'll be much kinder to yourself. It's okay to have rough days where it's difficult to handle things on your own, but I hope your inner voice can eventually start to sound a little bit like me, at least in terms of loving yourself. There are so many wonderful things about you that you should keep in mind. If you try your best to keep searching for them, the compliments will naturally flow forth. Looks like someone's getting sleepy. Oh, these compliments are really helping to put your mind at ease, aren't they? It's okay. You don't have to apologize for it. I like knowing I could help you relax so much. You were dealing with a lot of stress, and it just kept building and building until you ended up like this. It was only a matter of time before you fell apart. Thank you for trusting me with this side of you. I know we are like siblings, but part of me felt you were getting more and more distant these days. I'm glad to know I was wrong for thinking that way. If you want to take a little nap, you can. I'll stay right here so you can have a comfy place to snuggle into. You're blushing. What, are you suddenly too good for your big sister's lap? I'm heartbroken. There, you see? That's much better. Let's make sure you get some rest, okay? It'll be much better than forcing yourself to get up. It takes a lot of strength to admit how tired you really are. So, thank you. I hope you'll be able to get some good rest at my side. I'll watch over you and remind you of just how precious you are to me as many times as you want me to. Even in the times where you can't admit how much you want to hear it. I'll be here for you, ready to support you in every way I can. Rest well, okay? Have some warm and sweet dreams.